everyone. I'm back. If you're new here, my name is Hannah, and this is my channel about cross stitch. You can find me here at Hannah Stitching or on Instagram over at the MN Stitcher. So yeah, it's been a while. I just haven't been stitching that much, so yeah, I guess just a little bit quick about me for anybody who's never been here or is new. As I said, my name is Hannah and I live in Minnesota. I started stitching back when I was a teenager, and then started back up in 2019, and then really got into it in 2020. And I have been stitching a lot since then, and I think that's maybe what's kind of caused my little bit of a break here this year. Some new life updates, just a few things. Merlin, my son, has started kindergarten, yay. And so with that, I did decide to go and get a job. So I went back to dog grooming, which has been really fun and been very much enjoying that. So that's probably been a little bit why this fall winter I haven't done a ton of stitching, is just kind of getting into the swing of that again, and just being a little bit more tired from that. So there's been a little bit of that, and I think just a little bit also I was putting a lot of pressure on myself with my goals for this year. So hopefully next year I can kind of calm down on some of those goals. So I'll kind of tell you what I got planned. This is going to be my whip parade, and so with this I will be talking about what I'm going to be doing next year. So I think I start my whip parades with my finishes from the year. So I will probably start with that. This will be very long. I can't remember if last time I had to put it into 2 parts or not, so we will see. Last I checked, I had over 100 whips. I feel like I've probably got that pared down a little bit, but only a little bit. I think I had 11 finishes this year, and let's see, I had 10 finishes and 4 starts, so more finishes than starts. I'm going to save my big finish for last, that I just finished yesterday. So yeah, like I said, I haven't done a ton of stitching this year, and that's kind of shows with how many finishes I have. If I have done much since my last Flosstube, it's been on 2 or 3 projects. So it hasn't been a lot. Like I said, I think I just kind of burned myself out a little bit over the last few years, so I'm really hoping that 2026 I can, get back into it, get some progress on some of my whips, and maybe a few new starts. All right, let's get started so that this, can be as short as possible. So my first finish, what was my first actual finish? Try to do this in that order. So my first finish was these vintage ladies. I believe these are by Maria Diaz, and they are from a cross stitch magazine. I'm not totally sure. So they were just Christmas, totally forgot to like fully finish this to put it up for Christmas, so maybe next year. Yeah, it's just on a, I think 14 count, like light blue Aida from probably Joann's. All right, my second finish was my 2024 bookshelf. So each of these books represents a book that I read that year, and these like little designs are, you know, maybe like things that kind of remind me of the books, I guess. So we have Andarna from Fourth Wing. We have this snake from, was it Twisted? By Emily McIntyre. It was one of her books. I did like these stars and moons to represent the ACOTAR series, and a like coffee sign for Legends and Lattes. And then, you know, just put the year down here. So, and then the different colors are the different genres. And I think I did 75 books that last year, so. My next finish was the Deadly Aquarium Stitch Along. That was by Lola Crow. I'm gonna just put a picture up in one of these corners because it's currently hanging up in my son's room and I don't want to take it down because it's up kind of high. So yep, I will just post a picture of that there. And then I finished Pride Tea. I did the by Pride version of that. That's by Bad Stitch, and again, it's put away currently because with all my like normal decorations, because I took it down for Christmas stuff. So again, I will see if I have a picture of it and post it here. And then I finished Want a Piece of Me, and that was by Mama Witch X Stitch, and this was a free pattern that she gave out at one point, and I absolutely love this guy. And again, I totally forgot to pull him out and finish him for Thanksgiving, but that's okay. So yeah, I love this. I feel like he's just like kind of a drunk turkey, and I love that. And then my next finish was Beach Rat by the Artsy Housewife. This is one that I started at StitchCon in 2024, and then I finished at StitchCon this year, and my entire table did this. So that was really cool. And then we all had it out. If I can find a picture, I will post a picture of all of the seagulls together. It was just really cool seeing how everybody finished theirs, and none of ours look at all alike despite it all being the same pattern, which is really cool. You know, based on fabric. There was also, some of them had more of like these leaves, and some of us did all of it. Some of us cut some of those leaves out. My leaves are not in the called for. I ended up using a almond M&M's floss instead of the called for in just whatever this green colorway is. So, and this is on an 18 count. I think it's Atomic Ranch something or other. So that's that one. And then while I was there, I finished Vintage Values. I do not remember who Vintage Values is. If I can figure it out, I will just put it down below. But this is the Vintage Values. Vintage Crafts, not Vintage Values. And this is on, I have no idea what the fabric is. And I'll be honest, I can't remember what the floss is either. Yeah, not a clue. But it's pretty and I like it. And again, my whole table, we ended up doing that, and I thought all of us finished it, but I can't remember. And then while I was at StitchCon, all of us also picked a nature walk from Sprouting Lupine, and this was mine, and it's the Twilight Nature Walk. Again, I don't know what this fabric is. It's the same one that the Vintage Values is on. And yeah. So with this one and Vintage Values, those were both StitchCon starts, and I decided that I finished this one, I think, just after StitchCon. So, because I was trying to do as few starts as possible this year, so I decided that I didn't want it to carry over at all. So, and then I finished off my bee sampler, which is from somebody. I got this out of a magazine. I think it was like a cross stitcher magazine. Oh my goodness, I cannot remember who the designer is. I have a few, so I have a few by her, so Emma Congdon. So yeah, finished this one. I really liked it when I started it, and then I kind of fell out of love with it. But I was over halfway done, I want to say. We're pretty close to like the halfway mark, so I was like, I just need to finish this. And then my big finish, the one I'm probably the most excited about, is I finished my Zodiac Stitch Along. So this is the Zodiac Stitch Along from the Tiny Modernist, and I started this back when the Stitch Along started. So it has been going for a while, and I am so excited to be done. Yes, I know that it is not framed, like that there's a bunch of space over here. It was really awkwardly sized when I finished, and I didn't have quite enough fabric on the one side to even it out. So for now, it's going to be in that frame. It's on my wall. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to keep an eye out for a frame that might actually fit it better. But like I said, it's an awkward size, and so finding a frame for it might be kind of difficult. So for now, it's going to sit in that, and I'm still going to hang it on my wall because I put a lot of work into that, and it deserves to be shown off. So, alrighty. On to my plans for the year. So, for those of you who are new, in 2025, what I did was I made a wheel on one of those apps. So in 2025, I made that wheel, and then I spun it for 25 different projects. And those were the projects that I worked on. And as I finished them, I would spin the wheel for a different project. I'm going to do similar this year, but I'm not going to spin a wheel. So I am going to, as I'm going through this whip parade, I am going to pick out my favorite whips. I'm going to choose 26 for 2026. And those are the whips that I'm going to work on. And as I finish them, instead of doing a wheel, I'm just going to come in and I'm going to decide what is calling to me. I think that also may have been part of the problem with this year was not a lot of my whips were calling to me. And so I just wasn't enjoying it as much. So that is my plan for this year. And as we are going through this, I am probably going to either set them aside or write down. I might pause this and make a list of the projects as I decide which ones I want. So, yeah, I'm going to probably start with the projects that I worked on this last year, show you those, and then I will probably do a little pause and pull out the rest of my whips. So, you know, the ones that I haven't touched in a year now, and see how many I feel called to me. And then, yeah, I don't think I'll have an issue coming up with 26 projects. So like last year, it'll be 26 plus my bookshelf. I don't count my bookshelf. I don't know. So I will be starting a new bookshelf for 2026. All right, so there's probably just gonna be like a little gap in here where I go find a pen. Okay. I have a piece of paper with numbered 1 through 26, and those will be what I work on. So to start, obviously, I feel like to get the year started, I should have a start. Do I need a start? No. Am I going to do it? Yes. So I'm going to do, starting tomorrow, I'm going to do this counting puddles. I picked this up at StitchCon. Its Books Are Magic, and it is absolutely beautiful. So I am excited to start this, and I have this, it's like a dark blue Ravenna 16 count by Atomic Ranch, and I think I'm going to do it on this. So I think that'll look good. So that'll be my start for tomorrow. And then, let's see here. Just gonna move some stuff. We're gonna give that a second. So I will start with something that doesn't need a tablet. All right. I have oh yes, and there is more than 26 or 25 projects, because at some point this year I decided to pick like 5 more projects, and just to kind of see if that would kind of get me going. It did not. So there is a few here, and I think I haven't touched all of them. So but this is my Mill Hill Buttons and Beads. It is Tree of Life. And I did work on this. I think I took this one to StitchCon, actually. If I have pictures from last year, I'll put them up. Or where I started last year, I'll put them up. So, there we go. That's where this one's at. And this one will be going away. So I'm just gonna throw it over there, I guess. All right, next is my Nora Corbett. What is this one called? Evening Primrose. And I do feel like I should mention, and I'm not going to mention this probably every time, but here and there, I do no longer support Mirabilia nor Corbett, but I do have a lot of those patterns, and because I own them, I am going to eventually stitch them or finish projects that I currently have, but I will no longer be supporting her. So if you're one of those people that, you know, yeah, I also do not agree with how things have gone down with her, but I own patterns. I don't necessarily want to just, I feel like it's kind of wasteful, especially if I've already started them. So that's where I'm at. I don't know if I added anything to this. And this is on a, it looks like 16 count. No, no, 18, I think this is an 18 count something. I dyed that myself. So. This will also not be getting worked on next year. Once I find my booklet thing, we'll get there. All right, this is from the Exotic Birds by Cross My Heart, and I am doing this one here. And this one did get a decent amount of work. I only think I had like 100 stitches in it or something at the beginning of the year, so it did get a few hundred, or probably maybe even 1,000. So it got a bit of work. As of right now, I do not think this one is going to go into next year. Yeah, probably not. I like it, but probably not this year. This is a Dimensions Gold. I took this to the few stitching meetups I went to. This is Aurora Cabin. This one got a decent-ish amount of work. So that's where it's at now. Yeah, this one got a decent amount of work. I love the image. I kind of hate stitching this, so it is, honestly, if I can find another full coverage that gives me the same feeling and vibes, there's a good chance this one would go away. And I would do a different one instead, but I have yet to find one that gives me those same feelings and vibes. So all right, this one I know is going to go into next year with me because I really enjoy it. It is from Just Cross Stitch. I don't remember what year this is. But it is this Bengal Tiger. By Mary Ellen Yannick. This one's in the hoop because I actually just worked on this one yesterday. That's where I'm at. And this is on a fabric that I dyed myself. And yeah, I really enjoy this one. This one's gotten quite a bit of work. I think I had like originally just like a little bit in here and maybe like some of the nose. I thought maybe some over here in like the leaves, but yeah, definitely pulling this one into next year. I really enjoy this one. So that's one I would love to actually finish fairly soon. It's not huge. I thought it was like 110 by, what was it? 164 by 105. All right. And I'll just put that over there. All right, so next is, I got that right here. My Long Dog sampler. This is Dilemma. I worked on this once or twice. Oh yes. So I'm not sure what I was thinking when I did this, but I don't have nearly enough for this border. So I have been trying to figure out where to buy more of this. So that is a little bit why I stopped on this. So I still need to look into that, and probably sooner rather than later. So yeah, because I checked and Michael's does not carry it. I thought 123 Stitch did, so I need to double check that and actually get that ordered. This one, I'm gonna say probably not gonna go into next year. This one is Sacred Balance. I don't think I worked on it at all this year. Okay, so this is Sacred Balance. Very pretty, love it. I, for some reason, decided to stitch it on black, mostly so I wouldn't have to like stitch that black background. But yeah, trying to stitch that crow has been a lot of fun, or raven. The art is by Janet Star Wales, and it's charted by Thread Geeks. I do not remember when I started this one. Okay. So that's where I'm at. Maybe I did pull this out. Okay, you can totally see that black crow coming in. I didn't realize that. It's been a while since I've pulled this out. I'm gonna do this as a maybe. Probably not, but I'm gonna have it as a maybe. So now that I'm looking at that, I'm like, ooh. I'm a little worried I'm gonna have a bunch of those. So put the maybes over there. This one is Fox the Red by Nimue. I'm not really sure how you say that. This was a New Year, New Start a couple years ago. Was it? No, that wasn't last year. I think that was 2 years ago. And it ended up being restarted a couple of times. And that's where I'm at right now. It's on a linen, I think. Just a light blue linen. I don't really like stitching on linen, but it does look nice. My brain doesn't like it at all. So I'm a little sad I didn't work on this one at all. I think this was in that like 30 that I had done and then just never touched. So probably not. Someday. Oh, okay. This is, I never, oops. So I haven't uploaded the entire thing. So this is what I've got so far, but this is the Extraordinary Bird Stitch Along by Lola Crow. So you can probably gather sort of where I left off. I had such grand plans too. I made such good progress on the frame for this and then just totally fell off. So that's where I'm at. And this is on something by Stitch Me. Undine, 18 count by Stitch Me. So I will be probably doing the similar thing to stitch alongs that I did this last year. Is if I want to start a stitch along, I have to finish a previous stitch along. So I will be choosing a couple of stitch alongs to do that with. And I'm going to leave this one as a contender for that. I can't remember what all the stitch alongs I have started though, so I don't want to like kind of commit just yet. So this is another maybe. Alright, so this one is Garden Tresses. My folder here is an absolute disaster. I have to clean this up here. Garden Tresses by Awesome Pattern Studio. I know I pulled this out once or twice to work on it. So this one did get some love this year. Ooh, I love the colors. Okay. So that's where I got to on her. Not a lot, but you know, any progress is good progress. She will not be coming out next year, at least not to start. All right, this is my stocking. I was really hoping to have it done by, or 50% of it done by this year. That did not happen. So, and I'd really love to start mine and my husband's stockings too at some point. So maybe I'll start them this year. So this is Stocking Walking as One by Jody Bergsma, and I'm doing this one for my son. And that's where it's at. I did make really good progress on it this year, just not as much as I wanted. So this one will definitely be staying out. Since I would love to eventually finish it. That'd be awesome. Alright, next is, what is this one? What is this? Oh yeah. I believe this was my New Year, New Start. It was either this one, or it was either this or this was a birthday start for last year, so. And this one is Stormy Serenade by Annie Stegg, charted by Heaven and Earth.
Oh man.
And that's where I got to. And this piece of fabric is huge, so it's just rolled up. And I'm doing this 2/1 10th stitch on 28 count. I think almost all of my Heaven and Earths are, or full coverages are on 28 count, with the exception of a couple. Sacred Balance is one of them. Sacred Balance is, I think, on 16 count Black Ada. That one will be staying, or going away. This one is one of my favorite whips that I have. I absolutely adore this. And this is Mermaid's Treasure by Amy Stewart. I'm gonna just take this out of the Q-snap so you can see all of it, or partially out of the Q-snap anyway. So this is where I'm at on this one. Oh, it's so pretty. I love those colors. And again, this is on 28 count 2/1. And this one is definitely staying out. I was honestly kind of like on edge if I wanted to keep it out because I have so many other like beautiful full coverages, but it needs to stay out. I need to keep working on this one. It is definitely my favorite full coverage. So that one is also for sure staying out. Alrighty. Next I have my mini T-Rex attack. Artwork is by David Penfound, and it's charted by Heaven and Earth. This is one that I had hoped to maybe finish because it's probably I think it's one of my smallest Heaven and Earths. But again, didn't happen. Didn't even come close. So, that's where I'm at. I finished page 1 and I'm in like to the next page here. So, again, 2/1 tent on 28 count. This has to go into its bag in a very specific manner so that it fits. And I'm going to keep it out. All right. All right, my next one is, I gotta look it up because it doesn't go into Pattern Keeper. It's Castle Homecoming from the Frosted Pumpkin. So that's what it's gonna look like. Well, that's what theirs looked like. Mine is a little bit different. I decided to make everything as sparkly as I could. So, there's a lot of sparkle. It's probably hard to see, but so yeah, that's where I'm at. And I'm doing this on Water Nymph by Be Stitch Me, 18 count. Super pretty. But it's gonna go away. It isn't calling to me. I like it, but it isn't calling to me, and it hasn't for a while. This next one is Infinity Color. If you do not like any form of nudity, look away. That's what it's gonna look like. And it is by Easy Cross Stitch PDF on Etsy. That's what I've got. And it's just on a white 16 count, I think, Ada. Yeah, I hate bulk color stitching. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna put this one away, and maybe if I finish something, it would be something I'd pull out, because honestly, if I sat and just worked on it for a day or two, I could probably finish it. That's the problem. I was just stopping and working on something. That's like that for a couple of days. All right. This bag has 2 patterns in it. Both of these are by the Notorious, is it Notorious Needle? The one I worked on this year was We Believe. Let me just find the correct one. There was 2 like different ones with different borders. And I'm doing the one where We Believe is, oh, where We Believe is like all of that. So that's what I've been working on. Yep, by Notorious Needle. And I finished one section. I finished the Science is Real section. And then I started on the, I think it's, yeah, Love is Love. So that's where I'm at. This one will be going away for a little bit. And then, and also in here is the oh, what is it called? One second. I'm just gonna post a picture up here. But it was this one. It's a Sal that she did 2020. So that's where I'm at on this one. Someday these will come out again. Maybe if I need another stitch along later on this year, after I finish a stitch along, if there's nothing I want to start. All right, this is Faces of Fairy by Jasmine Beckett Griffith, I think. Yeah, Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And this is Faces of Fairy 164. She again is on the smaller side. And she did get worked on this year. That's where she's at. So I have a page and then started working on the second page. I love her eye. And again, this is 2/1 tent. She is going to go away. I love her, and a part of me is like, oh, let's keep her out. But she did get worked on, and I have a whole like little drawer thing full of projects that did not get worked on. So I feel like it's only fair that she goes away. This was another stitch along that I started. This one was by somebody. The Secret Grove Sal by Needle Lot Designs. Oops. And it is this one here. Super cute. I am stitching this on another Be Stitch Me Gorgeous Grape. And that's where I got to. Super cute. This one will also be going away. Alright. This one is Juxtapose by is it Jasmine Beckett Griffith again? I have a few by her. I feel like no. I feel like it's no, yeah, by Mika Jelena. Looks like this one. So with this one, I am not doing that border there. I'm starting with I'm starting in the black border. And that's where I'm at. She has gotten worked on a little bit this year. I really like her, and I did ask my husband, and this one is actually his favorite, so I'm a little torn. I think I'm going to keep this as a maybe to keep out. I'm going to do that as a maybe. Alright, this one is by Nikki Pattern. It was a Star Wars set. I already did Mandalorian, so now I'm working on Grogu. And this one got a decent amount of work. I pulled this one out a fair bit. It's a lot of bulk color stitching, which isn't my favorite, so oops. I'm losing magnets for needle minders. Okay. That's where I got to. I thought I was a little bit further along than that. So, yeah. This one is going to go away. Alright, this is the Heaven and Earth stitch along from last year, or this year. Obviously I did not finish. I didn't even get close to a finish. This is Nature's King by Carol Cavaleris. Yeah, I should have been saying the percentages on these. Oops. I got to 13.18%. And this is on a fabric that I dyed myself. So, yeah. This one's also going away. This is Mini Boho Beach, right? Yeah, Mini Boho Seaside View by Amy Stewart. And this was started as a leap year project. Yeah. It ain't happening. I am a whopping 8.16%. So, yeah. I've had a lot of trouble with this one because I did a miscount somewhere and I have been just kind of going back and trying to fix that. I also don't feel like pushing myself to get a certain amount of it done. So now it's just going to be a regular old whip. And that's fine. and it is going to go away. I need to be separated from it for a minute. Yeah, I just need to be separated from it for a minute. I'm in it longer than I have been anyway. This is Flying Dragon. Artwork is by Ann Stokes, and it was charted by one of the cross-stitch magazines. Which I thought I had the magazine, but maybe I don't. I don't think I do. So I don't have a cover photo for this. If I can find one, I will post it up here. I think I might have it on my phone somewhere. So let's see here. Figure out which way this goes. I think it goes like this. And this is on a green, I think 18 or 16 count, 18 count that I dyed. So that's where I'm at. I did work on this a good few times. Probably put in 300-400 stitches this year. It's going away. It's a really cool design. It's not my favorite to stitch, so it's gonna go away. Oh, I love this one. This one's going as a maybe. I need to see what else I have in there that, you know, calls to me. This is Good Soul's Moon by Realist. I did work on this one a few times. That's where I'm at. This is for sure a maybe though. I really like this one. It's probably one of my favorite kits. And I think the design is super cute. It's been a while. I don't remember what all my whips are, and I want to give everybody a chance, you know? All right, I have 3 more out. This is Aphrodite by Mirabilia. She is going to stay out. I've already decided that. Because I would love a Mirabilia finish at some point here, and she is my closest by a lot. She is on a fabric that I dyed myself, and this is where I'm at. So I have gotten a lot done on her this year. I got, I think, all of this, a ton filled in here, a bunch done here, into here. I have done a lot on her. So I would love to keep her out. I do very much enjoy stitching on her and attempting to potentially finish her this year. So, I mean, that's a lot of work, but I have like had her in mind that she needs to stay out. Okay, this is going to be, I don't have a picture for this because this is going to just be a collage of a bunch of different mushrooms by Bad Stitch. I have 1 mushroom so far. Oh, and I started another. So that's where I'm at. Started another mushroom down here. This is Glacier by Be Stitch Me, 18 count. This one's gonna go away. We will not be seeing that one for a while. All right. Oh, no. No, I missed a few. Actually, they were just hiding under stuff. Okay, so this is what is this one called? It's by Susan Bates. Oh, Miles of Isles by Susan Bates. It is from Cross Stitcher, the August 2021. This one did get a good bit of work. I did make it all the way to the edge, so that's how wide it's gonna be. I think when I started, I only had like this, maybe a little bit of up here, but I thought just this. So I'm pretty sure I did all this blue, this white, gray, and down into here. So definitely this one got a lot of progress this year, which is wonderful because it's going away. And then I have I think this was just called Folk 4, if I recall. Nope. Yeah, I don't know who the designer is. For some reason it's not on this. Oh, maybe it is. Oh, it's from Cross Stitch Pattern. I don't have a cover photo, and there is no cover photo like on her Etsy. I could not find this on her Etsy. I went back and checked. I bought this in like a little lot of these. So I think there was 5 different ones, but I'm doing the foxes, and yeah, that's where I'm at. So we've got the fox's leg and tail. And I think I did most of the fox this year. Or, you know, most of the white of the fox this year. And this one's also going away. All right. Next is my bookshelf for this year. So, I'm not fully done with it. We're still working on it. Hopefully I will get this done in January. That is my goal. I have been steadily working on it, and all of my books are added. So this year I read 120 books, and this is where I'm at. So I did a much more involved bookshelf this year. These are all 120 books. I have, let's see here, I have Taryn from Fourth Wing, because I did a reread of that. I have a butterfly for the Butterfly Garden from Dot Hutchinson. I read Jurassic Park this year, so I put a little T-Rex there. And then it's kind of hard to see, but it does say tarot, and that is a tarot deck for Scythe and Sparrow by Bryn Weaver. And so then that's my cat Rin. My other cat's gonna go down here, and down here is like gonna be my dog. So, and then I have a few other just miscellaneous things that I'm going to be putting in here just to fill those shelves. So hopefully by end of January that'll be done, because I will be starting my new bookshelf. I believe I'm just going to do it on Black Ada. This is all the flosses I'm going to be using for it. I used 15 different colors for the genres for this bookshelf, and so I will be doing that again because I liked having it broken down even more than my first bookshelf. I will be doing it though in a similar style to my first bookshelf. So I am going to just do shelves like this again. I found them a little bit easier to decorate and put in like the different items that I wanted. So that is my plan for 2026, is to do shelves similar to that, just on a more fun fabric, and you know, have all different motifs and stuff based on the books I read. So my bookshelf is going to be staying out. I don't think I'm going to add it to my list. I don't think. All right. There's now going to be a gap here while I pull out the rest of my whips. So see you in a minute. Okay, so a lot of that, I think that all of that took about an hour or so. And now we have the rest of the insanity. So this will be fun because I haven't seen all of these projects for a year. So I'm excited to re-see what all I have because it's been a while for some of these. I have 20 more spaces to fill after all of that. So I'm carrying over 5 projects that I was working on this year and then my new start. So let's get going. I don't think I do. So if I can find one, I will post it up here. But it is just a scene from, I think it was DMC Patterns on Etsy. I've done at least one. I have finished one other of theirs. I don't know if I have another one started or not. I can't remember. I'm doing this on an opalescent, like white Aida, and that's where I'm at. I love the colors. It's super pretty. This is gonna be so hard. I am gonna say probably not. Probably not. This one is definite yes. I have been thinking about this for the last year. I'm not sure my kid's coloring book is in this stack. Where is the book for it? Well, that's obnoxious. Oh, here it is. So this is by Emma Congdon. It's from her Cross Stitch with Catitude. And I am doing the I Will Destroy Everything You Love. I love this one so much. I was really sad I didn't get it all last year, or this last year, and I've been thinking about it for like the year, and honestly I probably should have pulled it out because I feel like this might have saved my stitching mojo just a little bit, because I've been wanting to work on this for a year. So this is on My Sunshine by Bestitch Me, and that's where I'm at. So yes, this one's staying out 100%. And this one of my like little things with it is once I finish it, I can just start a new one from that book. So yeah. And there's a lot I want to do in that one. So that one is staying out for sure. This one is by Tiny Modernist. I definitely went through a Tiny Modernist phase. I really loved her, like, I guess slightly more like witchy stuff that she did. I don't get that as much from her anymore, but when she was doing that, I absolutely loved it. So let's see if I can find a picture of this one. It's her moon banner. And like, if you're like, why isn't this more organized? This is my like book with all like the current whips. It's just, I have a lot of current whips, and I found it easier to keep it in a folder than with the project, just for stitching purposes, I guess. That way I knew where everything was, papers weren't getting bent, I don't know. So this is the Moon Phase Bell Pull. Honestly, I might just start throwing everything in with them. Might honestly be easier at this point. I'm doing this on a 18 count something that I dyed myself, and that's where I'm at. If you've noticed a theme, I have a lot of whips with not a lot of progress. And that's definitely where I've kind of been in a, I don't really want to start a bunch of stuff because I have so many projects going. All right, this is one that I don't know what I'm gonna do with. I don't know that I want to DNF it because I really like the project or like the image, but also there's some issues with it. So this is from it's from the sewing shop, and the artwork is by Jessica Jackson. So to start with, the design is AI, and my opinions on AI have very much changed since buying this pattern. I noticed that she has more than 5 fingers, which is my first issue with it. Yeah, I love bits of this. Like, I think this is so pretty up here. I think her headdress is really fun. But she has 6 fingers, I think. Like, what is that antler up there off of his ear? Yeah, there was just a few things that were, I feel like could have been cleaned up a little bit better. So I don't know if I'm going to continue with this one. This is where I'm at. So I'm not like super far into it. I think, yeah, I'm only 2.8% into it, so I'm not super far. So yeah, there's a chance that I may end up scrapping this and using the fabric for something else, because originally I was going to see if I could just fix it myself, but honestly, I don't know that I want to. So what is this one? Like I said, this is kind of a mystery for me. It's gonna be really fun trying to play the, what was this? Okay. Let's see. So my magazine that this is in has been like utterly destroyed. Like, it's just, things are falling apart. This is the same magazine that my bee sampler was in. But I'm doing a couple out of this one. So this is a cute little snow leopard by Jenny Barton. It's so cute. And I'm doing this on a green fabric that I dyed myself. And that's where I got to. It's so cute. It just got its little nose. If I can get that. There we go. I think this one's gonna go as a maybe. That's a maybe. this one's this one. Okay. I had to really think about this one because that's my start. This one should be my Quick Stitch Museum Shelf by Amy Stewart. So this one here. I'm gonna do this as another maybe because that one I feel like she gets some love. Alright, this one is also from this Animal Friends Cross Stitch Favorites. And of course it was the first one. This is by Carol Thornton. This is really fun elephant. And that's the start. Yep. And unfortunately, this is not going to be part of the first 26. Could come out later this year, maybe. Who knows? Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't think I have this one in Pattern Keeper because it had back stitching. What was this one called? This is so much fun. All right, I think is this one? Yes. This is by Soda Stitch. Dang it, I do not have a picture on here, so I will post one up here. But it is Ice Cream Cats by Soda Stitch. So that's where I'm at. And ooh, yeah, this one's coming out. This one's coming out. I love that fabric. I love cats. Ice Cream Cats is making it out. All right, next up we have a brown blob. Like, I should mark these better now. I used to just remember everything. One second. There's a part of me that feels like I should know which one this is. But I honestly haven't the faintest. So maybe it'll come to me. We'll just set that one aside. That's so bad. All right. I will post a picture of this with this when I find it. I should say my house looks like this because I was making this or something like that. There might be a cuss word in there, so it's on a 14 count something or other that I picked up from Michael's. I think that this one's gonna go away. Okay, this is by some super popular designer, Teresa Wetzler. Yeah. So I'm the peacocks and unicorns, and I'm doing the unicorn. Someday I'd like to do the peacock. But currently, we're doing the unicorn. And that's where I'm at. I can't decide if this is more or less work than I thought. So maybe it's just right? Yeah. Probably not. It's not super big, but maybe that's probably not. It's not calling to me. This one is kind of stupid that I haven't finished it. It's by Brooks Books. It's Sandy the Summer Witch. And that's where I'm at. And away she goes. The zipper always sticks on this one. This is What Lies Beneath by Dakota Dateweiler. She is no longer on Heaven and Earth. I forget who has her, but it is this one here. And it's the mini version. And that's where I'm at. No, I don't think so. I kind of have a couple hates in mind that I already want to pull out, so. This is a cute little chipmunk. And that's where we're at. And this is by Great Big Graphs. My son is singing a very aggressive Jingle Bells. Alright. This is from a old cross-stitch magazine. I do love me some old cross-stitch magazine patterns. And it is this one here, actually. This is on an even weave, I think. And I made her blonde. So that's where it's at. She's actually gotten a decent amount of progress on her. I wonder how many maybes I have so far. It's gonna go with those. All right, this is, I forget who the designer is, Leah Roche, and this is Mini Blu-ray. Absolutely beautiful. This is one that I've actually been thinking about keeping out, so. And that's where I'm at. I absolutely love this one. So, and it's currently at 3%, 3.82%. I think I'm going to keep Mini Blu-ray out. Okay. I have a feeling this one's going to be DNF'd. I'm not even going to take it out of the bag. It's this one here. I started working on it this year. I decided that I didn't enjoy stitching it. I'm going to give it till the end of this year. If I still don't love it, that's this one here. I'm just going to unkit it. So, she's beautiful. I'm not enjoying it. So, there's a very good chance that it's just not going to get done. This is it probably should get taken out of the hoop. This is God Creates Dinosaurs by Forbidden Fiber Co. And that's where I'm at. This one was one that just kind of went with me when I needed a fully kitted project to take with on to families' houses or whatever. So, I don't think so. But also, maybe. Just maybe take the hoop off. I might still consider using it as a piece to take with me when I need something. If I don't have anything else that kind of works well for that. Although, I think this year I mostly just took my bookshelf with me, so. And that might be. Ooh. And I don't think this one's that far from completion either. This one is Serene Thoughts by Leslie Tier. It was on a 14 count blue Ada. And that's where I'm at. This one isn't that, this one isn't that far from being done. I think I'm gonna keep this one out. Seriously, dude? I have a cat trying to steal my paper. Just because I think it wouldn't be that hard of a finish. So, all right. I feel like I should keep this one out too, just because it would be a pretty easy finish. All right. Again, I'm just gonna add a picture in. It's a Pride butterfly. I think I messed up down here, which is probably why it's just been sitting in my whips. Honestly, there's not that much more to it. I'm gonna throw it in my let's just get it done pile. Because then I can finish those, and then some of these maybes could actually come out. All right. This is We Believe, which is also from this book here. Or no, not We Believe. Shoot for the Moon. by Emma Congdon. That's where I'm at. I thought this was one that I was also considering not finishing, so we'll see. Okay, this is from Taylor and Cromwell. If you do not like nudity, please look away. I am stitching this on a black Aida, and I am not very far into this. I think for some reason I'm doing this on a like 16 count black Aida. I don't think this is 14. But we are Stardust, and I am 2.77% done. And I think it goes like this. Yeah, it's I think a little bit why I don't stitch on this is the fabric. Honestly, at some point I should maybe, I like it on the black though, and I don't want to do 28 count black. That sounds miserable. All right, this is African Woman 2 or something like that. I actually restarted this last year, African Woman 1. I actually ended up restarting her last year because she ended up being like too bulky. Because I think she's on 22 count, if I recall. So now I'm doing her, I think, over 1 tent stitch, and she's on a fabric that I dyed. So that's where I'm at on her. And she is going away. And we've got another semi-mystery full coverage. Okay, not that much of a mystery. It's a mini Spread Your Wings by Rosa Portela. And that's where I'm at. So not a lot done. Super pretty though. I really love that one. Again, probably not though. What is in here? Oh, I got a few things in here. Oh, okay, yes, these are coming out for sure. These are also ones that I've been thinking about for a little bit here. Unfortunately, the shop is not around anymore. She did close up, I think, last year, because I was originally doing these as like for product photos, but then she unfortunately closed. So this is Andarna. So these are like her versions of the fourth wing dragons. And yeah, she's so cute. And I'm actually like a decent amount done with her. Yeah, I'm 40% done with her, so she is coming out for sure. I don't know if Taryn will get worked on. He's in the same bag. I don't know if I'm going to work on Taryn too, but Andarna for sure. So this is Taryn. God, he looks so cool. He's pretty sweet looking. This is where I got to on that. So, obviously, Andarna's coming out though. Like I've been thinking about her for a couple months now. Ooh, this is, yes. This is by, I think, Cross Stitch Pattern? Yeah, X Cross Stitch Pattern. And it is an astronaut riding a T-Rex. And I have this really cool, like, space, like, Ada. So that's what that's on. Ooh, this one's so fun. And the colors. This is a maybe. I've still got so much left. All right. Let's see if we can speed this up somewhat. So this is by the Witchy Stitcher. I have the cover photo. Yes. A Stitcher haunts here. That's what I got. And I am doing this on Sleepy Hollow by Atomic Ranch. Ooh. Okay, this is The Wild Hunt by Sandra Santera. And let's see here. Okay, it goes like this. That's where I'm at. And I am 1.34% complete with that. This is so hard, you guys. Like, oh, I love that one so much. I also really need to pick out at least like 2 stitch alongs to do 2. This one is the Arctic Animals. Oh, hey. This is All the Colors by Stitch Sprout. That's what that butterfly thing is. Okay. Let's see, do I have a... I do not. Okay, so this is from the Frosted Pumpkin. It does not look like I have the full chart, so I'll post a picture. I did not make it super far. That's where I am. So since I need, oh, and this is on Be Stitch Me by Be Stitch Me. I'm gonna put this as a maybe, only because I need some stitch alongs to try and finish. So, and that one I wouldn't hate actually finishing because it's kind of cute. Is this, yes. Right. This is another Haid that I have decided in my head while I was thinking about this that I wanted to pull out and try and finish, or not try and finish. Hell no. Get some work on. This is Big Cats by Jerry LaFaro. And I am starting kind of in the middle with this one because I didn't want to just do a bunch of like the dark colored stuff. So that's where I'm at. I believe that's part of the lion. So this one I want to pull out, and I would love to, I don't know, it'd be kind of cool maybe get like even just the lion's face done. You know, don't need to do a lot, but try to get something done on that. This is Jurassic Park by, is it Country Magic Stitch? I'm doing the raptor. Yeah, Country Magic Stitch. And that's where I got to. Such an amazing start. Again, I think this one's gonna go away since I already have one dinosaur one. Or, no. Yeah, one. But I have a few more already in my, like, let's think about it pile, so. Okay, I do not have a picture for this. This is the Sabrina stitch along that started 2020, so long over. This is where I got to. I have not worked on this for quite a while. I do quite enjoy it. I'm definitely not going to DNF it. Or UFO it. I don't know. I think it's UFO and cross stitch DNF and book talk. I have no idea. Either way it works. Do not finish. So I'm going to, I do kind of want to finish this. I have all the stuff for it. I'm gonna put this again in the maybes because it was a stitch along, so like I would consider, you know, do it as that. Guys, okay, this is my a few people started her a couple years ago, and I mean she is, or was it, maybe it's just last year. And she is stunning. Okay, this is the Arabic Princess. I'm at like 0.14%. It's by Genovia Art. Like, she is stunning. That's where I'm at. I would love to pull her out, but I think I'm gonna wait, and I think I'm gonna wait. like, I'm hoping to have a few finishes that I can, you know, add swap projects into, so, you know, I can maybe pull her in for something like that to get some progress. Oh, I have 2 things in here. Okay. This is the Plants and Petrichor by Fine Frog. I got a window. I got part of a window. I did not make it very far on this. This is the, like, called for by Witch's Garden Craft. I love this fabric. And, oh. And then this is, I don't know if you can hear my cat out there, but he's trying to get in and he doesn't like being locked out of places. He really doesn't like that. But he is not allowed in this room, like, ever, so. He's just being dramatic at this point. This is Moana. By Abby Sue Designs. And that's where I got to. Again, this would be like, I don't think she's very big. No, she's 60 by 88. She'd be a pretty easy finish. So would the Plants and Petrichor. Like, her stitch-alongs aren't huge. I think, though, I'm going to wait on those. Just because I've still got a decent sized pile here. I might have to finish this tomorrow. Alright, this is my Mirabilia. What is this one? The Red Lady Pirate. I have loved her for ages. And that's how far I got on her. Yeah, it's kind of sad, actually. Sorry, I'm bad about telling you the fabrics. This is Winter Mix by Bestitch Me, 18 count. Okay, this is something. Oh, another Mirabilia. This is the Snow Queen. I've seen her done multiple times, and oh my god, she is so gorgeous. Let's see here. Is this Atomic? Yeah, this is Atomic Ranch, 18 count. I think that's how it goes. Not a big start. At all. Maybe once I finish Aphrodite, one of these two will come out. Alright. Ah, yes. Maiden and the Unicorn. That border, though. Oh, that border. I think this is, yeah, 18 count. Just white. That's where I'm at. And again, she is not coming out. Okay, this is from the Big Cats, the Cross My Heart. I am doing this guy, and I am doing him on black. Something like this. And he is coming out. This is another one that I've been kind of thinking about. And it's coming out. Alrighty. Where did for this go? I guess I'll have to wait a minute then. Okay, this is Witch of July, I think. Yeah, the Witch of July. Designed by Lady O. On Etsy. And I'm doing her on a opalescent Ada. And that's where I got to. And again, she's going away. I think that was just on the Gigotine Neft. It says, till your unsolvable murder do we part, and it's on a linen pillowcase, and I don't like linen, so. Oh wait, I think I got this on Pattern Keeper. I will probably try and edit a bit of this out, of like the me searching and stuff. Do I have a mock-up of this? Not really. But it says, you're doing great, bitch. And that's where I'm at. And it is on Rainy Day by Bestitch Me. This is Spider Banner by Alessandra Adelaide Needlework. I am doing this on I think 14 count that I dyed myself. And that's where I'm at on this one. It is so pretty. Oh, I've actually even gone down into here. Okay. This says I'm gonna put this in the maybe. Because she's pretty. I don't have that many spaces left. I'm up to 14, like, for sure's, so we'll see. Selkie is by the Primitive Hair. Selkie doesn't have that much more to go. Her tail is kind of the beast, though. So I've got her tail and then her upper body border. I mean, I've got a lot done on her. She's also kind of old. I'll keep that as a maybe. This is probably one of my oldest whips, and it's probably also not going to come out. This is, it's a ship sampler. This is where I'm at. I have no idea what this fabric is. It's 14 count. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby once upon a time. Right, this is another Amy Stewart because I love her. This is Kitschy Cute Collector. That's where I'm at. Hopefully I can pull this out this year, but it'll be after I, finish a page on something or finish something. That's kind of my thoughts with that. This must be another Haid because it has a do I have the box labeled for ease? Okay, so this this is Minnie Merlin's Laboratory by Ciro Marchetti. The problem that I had with this one, I originally started on 14 count, obviously decided that I didn't want to keep doing that, so DNF'd that, or UFO'd that. I restarted this, and I was like, oh, I'm going to restart it on the bottom. Well, I fucked up, and for some reason, I started it in, like, the center. So, this has just been kind of sitting, and it's going to just keep sitting until I figure out what I'm going to do about that. Because I'm afraid if I take out that much that I'm going to put a hole in the fabric. So, yeah, I don't know. This is another Tiny Modernist. This is the Moth and the Moon. And I think this is going to be the last one for tonight. And I will probably have to finish up tomorrow because it's getting kind of late. Tiny Modernist. I know a bunch of people started this year. Where did it go? I had just seen it in this book. Oh, here we go. Oh, do I not have the cover photo? Okay. I'm probably just gonna, like, take all this out and put the cover photo in here. This is Moth and the Moon by Tiny Modernist. I'm doing this on, like, a natural Aida. I think I got it at Joann's. And that's where I'm at. This one again is gonna go away. All right, I am gonna call this for tonight, and I will pick this up in the morning. So, yeah. Hi everyone. So I'm back. It's been, I think about a week since I last filmed. So I started with that first bit of the whip parade, and then the next day I went and filmed the second part, but there was way too much background noise. Our walls are kind of thin, so I am going to be scrapping that and putting this here at the end. So this is the last bit of my whip parade. I think it was 21 or so projects. We're going to start though on January 1st. I had this done when I had originally filmed, but I did end up finishing the, I think it was like Colorful Butterfly or something like that by Stitching Lupine. So I finished that on the 1st, so this is my first finish of the year, yay. And then on the 1st, I also worked on my New Year, New Start, which was Books Are Magic by Counting Petals. And I put in a flower. So, just thought I would do those as a little update here. There. All right, so now jumping in to it. So, obviously, I have already decided on what my 26 projects are. So up until this point, I had decided on my Bengal Tiger, Walking as One, which is my stocking, Mermaid's Treasure, Mini T-Rex Attack, Aphrodite, Books Are Magic, my cat from Emma Congdon, her book, Ice Cream Cats, Mini Blu-ray, Serene Thoughts, Andarna, Big Cats, Leopard. And so then after this, I will tell you which ones of these I did end up choosing. Alright, so we'll start with this one. This is my Mini Viking Beauty by, I think it's Cherie Gerhardt? Where is she? She ain't that far down. Oh, there you go. Yeah, by Cherie Gerhardt. I love How to Train Your Dragon, so obviously I had to do this one. This is where I'm at. It's also on 28 count, 2/1 tent. And I am currently 5.04%. And this is, if I didn't say, this is the mini. And this one is getting kept up. Okay. This is, what is it, like Pumpkin Witch, I believe. Little Pumpkin Witch. This is from the 2021 Halloween magazine. And artwork is by Anna Gutova or Art Mishka Cross Stitch. And I just have a small start on her hat. And this fabric is, do I have that? I don't know who this fabric is. I feel like, I think I got this at Cross Stitch. This might be a millennial fabric, but I'm not sure. All right. Then I have the Gen 2 Epic Pokemon from Lord Libidin, and that is free. Oops. So this here. And this one I am 4.28%. And this one is also staying out. So that's 4,927 stitches out of 115,000. So a lot of work to do on that one. This one is a zebra from Cross Stitcher from 21. And I believe this is a Maria Diaz pattern. Yep, Maria Diaz. And it is this one. This one I'm hoping I might pull out later this year. That would be nice. I do quite like this one. So that's where I'm at. But I'm also a little torn because this one has more progress than a lot of my whips. So I'm like, maybe I should work on other ones that have less work. But we'll see. This is Oriental Beauty, I believe, by Joan Elliott. Oriental Lady Beauty. That. This is the book that I got it out of. And I'm doing this on a 14 count, I think, natural Aida that I got at Joann's once upon a time. And that's where I'm at. So it's just working down in her dress. I forgot one of my projects. I'll have to go grab it in a little bit. Okay. This one is Magical Night by Teresa Wensler. Absolutely beautiful. Kind of hate working on it, but I will not get rid of this one, even though I don't love working on it. I'm hoping it'll get better. But that's where I'm at. And this is on a, I think, 16 count fabric that I dyed myself. My preferred count nowadays is 18, but I do have, if I like the fabric enough, I will buy it in a 16. I do tend to avoid 14 count now, but I have a lot of projects on it and just random 14 count and stash, so sometimes I do use it. This is Witching Hour by Nora Corbett. And it's on a fabric I dyed myself, and that's where I'm at. This next one is Supernatural. It's from the Supernatural Stitch Along by the Witchy Stitcher. That's where I got to. I might get rid of this one though. I might UFO it. I'm just not super drawn to it anymore, so I may just say goodbye at some point. And it might just sit for a couple more years and maybe someday. Alright, this one is Melody by Mika Jelena. This one is on 14 counts. And this one I think I'm going to end up restarting at some point and go to a 28 count. I at one point thought, like, this design would make a really cool tapestry, which is kind of originally what I was thinking, but I kind of hit a point where I'm like, this is going to take way too much floss. And quite honestly, I don't really, if I ever finish this, I don't have a spot to really hang anything this big. So this one will probably get restarted. This is my only Bella Filipina, and it is Cleopatra, Queen of the Nile. She has a pretty small start. And I'm doing this on Bronze Age by Bestitch Me. Not sure why it's not. Alright. This is my Dark Queen of the Earth. She is long finished. I will try to remember to post a picture up here of what it looks like. This is from Autumn Lane Stitchery. And that's where I'm at. And it's on Under the Sea Nightshade. This one also really needs more love because it is amazing. And I would love to do their Dark Queen of the Sea. But I want to be able to finish that one first. This one is What the Cat Saw. I don't have a picture, so again, I will try to remember to post a picture. I think this is from Lola Crow. I have a whole brick, so yeah. This one was it a 12 by 12? I think last year. It was either last year or the year before I did 12 by 12, so 12 projects by midnight on January 1st. And so I think all my projects only got like an hour. So, and some of them I don't even think got that. All right, this one is, what is it? Arctic Animals? Yep, Arctic Animals by Stitch Rovia. And that's where I am. This was another, I think this was another one of the 12 by 12. As was this one, which is Skeleton Couple. I think it's by Stitch It Picasso. And that's where I am. Both of these are on 14 counts, I think. Oh wait, no, Arctic Animals is on 18 count. I think this is 16 count. These two I would like to bring out later this year because they're small and should be relatively quick finishes. This one is Onion Dragon by Stanley Morrison. And This is done on a 18 count white Aida. Not a lot to see. That's where I'm at. Just a lot of background. Right, this is Freebie Harmony. This is the first hate I ever started. And the artist is Ching Chao Kuik? I don't think I'm saying that right, but this one is staying out for this year. I'm going to try and finish another page on it. This is on a 14 count Aida, and this one I am just keeping as 14 count. But yeah, this one I am 6.24% of the way. So I've done 9,740 stitches. And yeah, I would like to make a little bit of progress on that one, since there's not a lot for it being my first aid. All right, this one is Minnesota. I will post a picture. I think it was Vada X Stitch. I think it's this way. I just started it in the middle, and it's on just a light blue Aida that I dyed. I think it's 16. It might be 18 count. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes because sometimes like the holes shrink after I dye them, so. This is Cathedral Wood Goddess by Mirabilia. This was the first Mirabilia I started. She is on I think it's an even weave, which is why she hasn't gotten that much work. I'll probably try and make her my focus though after I finish Aphrodite. Just since, she's been sitting a while. That's where I'm at. And she does have a good amount of progress on her as well, so. And no, I could not tell you the count of that even weave. Not a clue. Alright. This one is another one by Stitchrovia or Emma Congdon, and it's from her cross stitch for the Earth. This is another one if I get the chance to pull out this year. I would like to, because I would love to start another one from this book. I was actually thinking the other day that it'd be really fun if I finish this, to then have my son pick out something from here, because he loves animals, and I think he would enjoy picking one out of here. So that's what I'm doing. It's the Seasons. And I think if I were to pull this out and just like really work on it, I could finish it. I have most of spring done, and then, little bits of each of the other seasons. And this is on a 14 count white Aida. And it is really easy stitching because it's like a lot of like block stitching. But that's also some of my least favorite stitching, so. So we'll see. We'll see if this one manages to get pulled out. We gotta see how much I can actually finish this year. I'm already fighting the starts. Alright, I forgot 2 projects, so Okay, so we had the mystery project that I didn't know what it was. It is this one here. I'm pretty sure it's this one. By, I think it's DMC Cross Stitch. It's from the same designer as like that orange and like pink scene I have. And then I've already finished another one by them. So I had bought, way back in my early days of stitching, I bought a bunch of them. So now I'm trying to work through them. So that's what that is. This one ended up staying out so that I could get some progress on it, so I wouldn't be like, what is this next year, and would just hopefully know. Alright, and then the last one I have is Animal House by Satsuma Street. So that's this one here. I am doing this on a black Aida, and this one also ended up staying out. So that's where I'm at. So I'm going to try and, this was just one of the stitch-alongs I decided to keep out. I don't think I'm going to try and finish it this year, like at all. I might just try. I thought it would be nice to maybe get 1 or 2 more parts done though. So just get some progress on it. It's super fun. It would look really fun in my house because my house, at least upstairs, each room is a different color. And so like, it's kind of hard to see, but my living room is purple. My kitchen multicolored. My hallway is pink. My like entry is orange. So like it would really fit in up here. So yeah, that would be a really fun one to have up on my wall at some point here. So after the leopard, as I said, I ended up keeping out Freebie Harmony, Animal House, and then I kept out my Green Goddess, Heaven and Earth, the Pokemon Viking Beauty. I did end up deciding to keep out the Sabrina stitch along. I thought I'd take that, see if I was drawn to working on it at all this year. If not, I'm probably gonna UFO it. If I do, great, then I'll hold on to it. My Spider Banner, the Plants and Petrichor stitch along from Fine Frog, the Mountain Scene, my Museum Quick Stitch from Amy Stewart, the Astronaut with the T-Rex, my Spring Dragon, that was another one I was supposed to show. The ones that ended up out here that I was supposed to be working on are the ones that I keep forgetting about. Because when I was going through to see which ones I needed, yeah. This one, I forget who it's by, but that's the image. And, oops. Those are the artists, designers. You can find them on Etsy, I think. So this one also ended up being kept out. And this is on a purple Aida that I dyed myself. And that's where I'm at. This one I was really just drawn to the colors. That's a big reason why this one got kept out. Alright, so there was that one, and then my Selkie from the Primitive Hair. So that is all my whips. That is what I decided to work on this year, and obviously, hopefully I'll be updating as I finish projects and pull out new ones from my whip pile, and hopefully not just starting stuff as I finish, because that would be really bad. I quite literally even with all my finishes last year, that made it just so my drawers where I store my projects can close. So I still need to get my whips down so that I can fit projects if I feel like starting stuff. So yeah, I need to get on that. Probably be helpful to actually finish some Heaven and Earths too, since they kind of take up the most space. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and if you made it all this way, thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great New Year. Bye.